Couple days this week, you've hung out pretty late after practice by yourself, working with the skills coach. Just curious, is there a part of your game that you're honing in on right now?
Not necessarily. I think just kind of little things of the game and little things that I think I can, keep getting better at. Little puck touches and creating stuff in the O zone, and I think just working at getting better overall. It's just something I enjoy and something I kind of have a passion for, and it's just for me, it's fun. So.
I know you talk about how all you D-men can play with each other, but curious what's different about playing with Noah Hannafin? What stands out about him, especially lately?
He's definitely a guy that loves to have the puck on his stick, right? He especially in the offensive zone. So getting to spots and being able to get him pucks and good opportunities and giving him looks, and like the other night, I think it was whoever he scored on that goal, the top right shot. That was that's the kind of player he is, and when he gets those looks, it's not often he misses. So being able to be in good support spots for him, and he plays fast and he plays quick, right? And he likes to be on his toes, which I like to play as well. So him and I, defending rushes and defending in our D zone, that's all been going really well. And having him get up ice, and obviously if he's making breakouts, it gives me the freedom to get up ice as well. So and I think we've just been feeding off each other well, and pretty close on the team, which helps too.
You had a chance to. Do you have any time to kind of reflect on your personal milestones, like 300 games? Given your journey.
Yeah, sometimes. I mean, I went out to dinner with my girlfriend and her family after the game, and you get a little bit of time to reflect on those. And it feels like it should have came a lot sooner with injuries and all that sort of stuff. But just grateful to be able to play 300, especially with one team. More grateful for that, obviously. Having started my career here and get to keep being on really good teams such as this, and keep trying to win every single year is something, again, I have a passion for, which is equally shared throughout the organization and all of its players and fans and everyone, right? So it's just, I'm really grateful to have been part of a team for so long, and keep it going, trying to get the next 300 hopefully.
Yeah. Where does that work ethic come from?
I think it's always been there. I've been a guy that didn't exactly have a ton of skill in the world. Had all the opportunities and things like that, but really had to work to kind of sharpen my toolbox a little bit in every aspect, and work my way up at each level, right? Being undrafted and things like that, you don't necessarily get the first looks within organizations, whether it's college or American League or even in the NHL, right? So. Just had to, have that attitude of you're not going to get an opportunity, so you got to create one for yourself, but I think that's part of creating that mindset yourself and digging into that and just being true to yourself again, right? And always working hard and understanding that you're never going to perfect this game, and I don't think anyone will, and that's why you keep chasing.
What's the initial conversation like Wednesday night before the face-off with Nyes?
He just looked at me and asked for one-on-one and said, sure.
And the fact that a lot of the guys said you didn't have to do it, but the fact that you did, you answered the bell, and it was obviously a clean hit. The fact that you did, I think, does that? I don't know if you went into it thinking to motivate the team going into that game, but it just kind of let a spark for everybody. Do you think that?
Yeah, I thought the building, loved it, and got the guys going, and for both teams, obviously, and the energy in the building was pretty cool to see after that, obviously, and that's not. Exactly in my toolbox, I guess you could say. But obviously he was wanting one after the hit in Toronto a couple months ago, and obviously not going to back away or shy away from any of that, right? And I try to put myself in his shoes too, right? That would be something that I would maybe consider thinking about as well. So and it's just a respect factor, right? I think he's coming into the game wanting to spark his team, and obviously in a sense defend himself. So. And I got no issue with that. If I get hit like that, sometimes I may think like that. It's a game of hockey, right? And if you're going to give some, you got to be able to take some. And obviously took a few, right? So, but after that, we played hard and eventually came out on the right side. And those types of games are exciting. And I think too, just again, showing your teammates you're willing to fight in any scenario, right? And not just literally fight, but fight for your teammates and kind of up the energy, right? And obviously that was in a sense, it was a playoff game. They were playing really well heading into that, and they still were. And we controlled most of that game, if not all of it, right? And that was a big game going into it, and one we were looking forward to. And obviously, again, to your question, start off like that, I think was exciting for both teams.